Hello, welcome back to J&J Tabletop. I, of course, am Kermit, the K in J&J Tabletop. This is Vecna, Eve of Ruin, episode 10.
Oh my god. Yeah! That is the best intro we have done yet. Seriously, if you don't subscribe from that, like, I don't know what would make you do it. Like,
why did it take you this long to show us that?
Because I bought it this week with next day shipping.
That makes sense.
Because I really thought it would be funny.
That was good. I
Mission
did not see that
accomplished.
coming at all.
Just like
But I'm
shout
not
out our
gonna
dungeon
lie.
master, Josh, at therealjoshT.
To me,
Yeah.
though, the funniest part was the fact you could still see his forehead.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Holy
I was
snot.
particularly proud of the K in J&J just because I did rhymes that I thought it was funny. But welcome back. This is, in fact, episode 10 of Vecna, Eve of
man.
Ruin. We have just finished chapter 3, I believe. Chapter 2, excuse me.
Well, the Wizard's 3.
Yeah, we are just starting chapter 3, which is very exciting. And with me, as always, we have our wonderful guest wonderful cast of role players, starting with Jake at JnJake playing Milo. We have Lee at This Crits playing Aradel, and we have Michael at Mr. Yoda _I_am playing Biggus. Jake, you're from J&J Tabletop.
Last
Tell
time I
someone
checked.
something about it.
He's the B in J&J Tabletop.
Yeah, that's right. J&J Tabletop is the most exciting YouTube channel that exists and has ever existed and will ever exist. Or it's a Dungeons and Dragons or TTRPG dedicated channel where we give great system agnostic advice. We're going to be covering the rules update for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Probably, I'm guessing we may have already by the time this releases. And yeah, all your wildest dreams will come true if you subscribe. And if not, maybe you should send this letter to like 10 other people so that bad things don't happen to you. Something
Wow.
like that. We could just send a chain letter like that, right? So like the next person you have to subscribe to is Lee at This Crits. That's just where you have to do.
youtube.com/@thiscrits, and as of
That's what you guys were saying?
Huh?
I was trying to figure out how to make it end with my body, and I couldn't figure out how to do it.
make an N with your body.
Yeah, because I was
Because
doing
he wants
the
to be the
J,
N.
and then the N, and then the J, but I couldn't figure out how to do an N. So then I tried
was
to
a
do this, and
cheerleader
it
in
looked
high
really
school.
weird. And
I didn't
Yeah, I
even
don't know.
realize you stood up.
And that was just him throwing up gang signs in the back.
Maybe if he had his fedora, we
I
would.
was about to say he was looking for his fedora. It's okay. Well, Jake, can you fix the writing underneath the spot formerly reserved for Lee? We'll replace it with, "Hello, I will be playing Aradel Brightmaw." Am I reading that right?
That was such a Kermit way of saying that. Am I reading that right?
guys, I can't remember how to turn it back on. Where's the button? There it is. Okay.
Come on. Okay. Oh boy.
I don't believe you.
Oh man, no, I hit the wrong button, but it's okay. We're fine.
Well, this is just a silly start to things.
Oh.
But you should follow Lee, YouTube, and whatever else you find him on. His most recent video, as at least the time of recording this, was really fun. It was like Who Wants to Be a Dungeon Master,
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe, and he had a friend of the channel, Jordan from Loot. Oh my goodness! Why
Oh
am I
man, you're
blanking
so
on
close. Why we're gonna have to cut this re-record
Flute
the whole thing? There it
Flute's
is.
Loot. Hey, you know I'm bad with names. That has nothing to do with any
It did take him
person.
like
It's
5 episodes
totally
to
a
get
me
our
problem.
character names.
That's fair.
your character names. Don't you wonder why I always say first names instead of last names when I introduce your characters? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Milo, Copperkettle, Aradel Brightmaw, and Biggus Broodfist.
Listen, I don't even remember Biggus's last name.
Yeah, you know, Biggus isn't really a formal kind of guy.
Because, well, originally, Biggus's last name was gonna be Bunkus. But then I felt that was a little too much.
Ah, so you named his weapon Bunkus.
Correct.
That's not the only thing named Bunkus.
What's the homunculus's name?
Gusling.
Gusling. Very good name. Lee, you might want to put that out because we are going to talk about what happened last session. On Vecna, Eve
Why
of
didn't you
Ruin.
stop?
Huh?
No, none.
Oh. So, last session, our group was on the hunt for the first piece of the rod of 7 parts. Now, the reason they're on the hunt for this is they were told by Mordenkainen and the Wizards 3 that this piece would help them in their quest to defeat Vecna. So they went down to Webb's Edge, which is in the Underdark. It is a meeting place and kind of like a sending off location for people who are cultists following Loth. So they went in, they had some brutal battles, they fought demons, just kind of summoned right in front of you, and all sorts of nastiness. They also fought a spider dragon, which was the first of its kind that I've seen, named Kara Arak. Luckily, they recruited the help of a cyclops named Gertrude, and they were victorious. After the battle, they found some giant lizards. They set them free to run around in the cult's headquarters and back to the Underdark, I suppose. They found a spider dragon egg, ? And they found the first piece of the rod of 7 parts. And I believe Biggus is carrying that. With that, our group, they said their goodbyes to Gertrude the Cyclops, and they went back through the portal and into Sigil Sanctum. And with that, what does it look like when the 3 of you walk out of this portal? Who walks through it first this time?
Based on the way we were leaving, I feel like probably Biggus, followed by Milo, and then Aradel, if I remember correctly, because it was a little
Probably.
intense. It was a little intense when
Biggest cast Shatter.
he shattered that Srill's
Yeah.
hopes and dreams.
All expectations.
That's right. I did kind of leave that out, but maybe that's important. There was a prisoner.
Keyword was.
Yes, keyword was.
From a certain point of view, you set him free.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there was a prisoner who was lying about involvement with the cults. He had like kind of helped you with some information. Basically said that Kara was big and they were gonna feed him to her or the some of the other prisoners to this creature, and suspecting that if you set this person free, they would just go back to doing horrible things. Lilith is like one of the worst out there. Like, I feel like a lot of the gods, a lot of the evil gods in D&D and other things, like they want control, and that's a big thing for them is like power and control. Like Lilith just likes chaos. She just likes hurting people and destroying things, enslaving people. So any follower of hers, really not someone you want to get involved with. But Biggus shattered the creature in their cell. So as you go through this portal and you pop back in, what's Aradel feeling?
Aradel's pissed. He is so livid. He is to the frustrated point where he's not even acknowledging anyone at all. Just kind of like, we're leaving, fine, let's go, and kind of just ignoring everyone. He's not going to say nothing. He's just going to sit there stoically and kind of process it.
Yeah, so we can pull up. I guess we don't have to, but you have access to the map if you want that up. And yeah, you are in this open lobby sort of area in here. There's those two large couches right in front of you as you walk out of the portal. The room appears to be empty currently.
Milo's just gonna pop squat. His little halfling legs dangling off, but not reaching the ground. I think he's just, not that he carries a bag because he's got a pocket square, but he just puts his oh so heavy wand on the couch next to him. Just like, okay. He wipes his face. I think if anyone had noticed, there was a tear or two that had come down his cheek. Just takes a moment to breathe.
You all right there, Milo?
Oh, yes, of course, I'm fine. I just don't like having to make choices like that. You know.
Who has the piece of the rod?
I think.
Was it Biggus? Biggus has it? Okay.
Biggus does. It's also, you'll find it in your inventory too, Biggus.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, if no one, I'm not going to engage with it. I don't want to go anywhere near those guys. So if you guys are going to sit down and chat, I'm just going to go look for the three wizards, and I'd assume I would go the original place that they came from, right? Or where we met them initially.
Yeah. If you're looking for I mean, they're on there on the map. They're and okay, I feel like it's fairly open to. So you could, it wouldn't be hard to find out that they're in the workshop.
Yeah. Did you guys want to continue talking, or?
Yeah. So Biggus is. Decisions like that are awful. There's no good answer.
No,
I wish it was a decision we made as a group.
So Aradel kind of like chimes.
As I say that as I'm walking away. Yeah. Keep talking. I'm getting
have you walked? Yeah, I think he.
Yes, I walked away at this point. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think it was the right one. I just
Being the right decision doesn't make it easier. And
yeah,
while
no,
I may
Aradel
be,
said it.
while I may be decisive, it's not. It's also not something that's lightly.
Yeah, well, I think Aradel said it pretty well when we were eating with Lord Neverember. I knew what I was getting myself into, sort of. I didn't think I would die, too. That was a first for me. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. I mean, that's. You still never get used to it.
Yep. But probably should talk to Aradel when he is able, I guess.
Yeah. I think it is one of those things that he's probably going to have to. When he's going to be ready to talk to us. Or maybe I should say, me.
Well, we'll give it a moment.
We did get the first piece. So all in all, that's very, very successful.
We were.
And as you're having this conversation, a woman starts walking down the stairs. Excuse me. She is a human woman. Walks down and she sees you and she looks at Biggus like she doesn't know or hasn't met you yet. She looks at Milo, and Milo, there's a little bit of recognition as this is the person who was like, writing down some notes at a desk, and you hopped up and like peeked your head through.
And comfortably was like, I'm out. Yeah. She did introduce herself, I think, right?
I think she did, but she's about to anyway to
Yeah.
to everybody else, or just Milo, I guess, right now. But she'll pop down the stairs and she'll say, "Oh, hello again, Dr. Copperkettle, I believe, and I don't think we've met yet. I'm Milena."
I'm Dr. Broodfist.
It's very nice to meet you,
Milena.
Dr. Brutus.
Elena, you could call me Milo. I think that's probably perfectly fine right now. How are you?
I'm well. How are the two of you? You look like you've just been through Avernus.
I think they call it the Underdark these days. Am I right? It might as well have been.
You'll get a smile. Well, I trust it was a success. Where's your friend?
Oh, yes, it was a success. I think he went to find the others.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, do you need anything?
You wouldn't happen to know where Tasha is, do you?
You can find her in the workshop.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I think Milo just glances at Biggus and just kind of gives like a quick nod, like "Don't let me stop you," kind of moment there.
Biggus is gonna kind of, like give Melania a nod and walk this way.
Okay. Before you get through there, I think Aradel probably beat you by a minute or two, or probably just, I don't know, not too long. But yeah, Aradel, as you step through into the workshop where you first met everyone, you find Illustrial and Tasha. Tasha working over a cauldron, and Illustrial kind of like jotting down some notes on papers. Both of them focus on their work. Tasha does not turn around, but as you walk in, Illustrial will turn and say, "Oh, Aradel, how are you? How you're back sooner than expected."
Yes, well, I believe we succeeded. We're back licking our wounds, but at least I believe we have one piece of what we're looking for, or what you were looking for. I believe Biggus has it, but I guess I think we want to take a day to recover from that, and then figure out where we're headed next. So,
sure. The multiverse was not built in a day, and it shan't be destroyed in one either. So I trust Biggus and Milo are well too, then.
yeah. A bit of a shock for Milo. I think we had a bit of an issue, but we took care of it. Also, side note, and we found this, and I'm gonna take out the egg, the spider dragon egg, and like, this was, the piece was wrapped up in a web of whatever adult creature this is. I was gonna put it on the table.
I'd say at that moment, Biggus probably walks in behind you, too. Illustrial will just kind of be like, oh my, and Tasha, she was kind of like ignoring you this whole time, just doing her own thing. She hears that and like drops what she's doing and turns around and starts inspecting it immediately. And she's like, "What? This? You found this in? This was in the Underdark? This is." Tell me more about this creature.
Well, it was big. It was spider-like, but almost dragon-like as well. and this looked like some sort of egg that was wrapped up roughly around where we'd found the piece of the rod.
This is just a spider dragon egg.
Oh, good. I just thought it'd be worth mentioning that we found that. I don't know if you can do anything, if you need it, or if it's dangerous. I don't know.
Whose idea was it to bring this back to this place?
I think it was a joint decision. We all kind of didn't know what to do, and we just kind of did it.
No one of you. Oh,
Biggus does not say anything, but you can see him smirking a little bit.
so no single one of you will take responsibility then?
Can I insight this? I want to insight what this is.
Sure.
Okay. That is 14.
She really wants to know who, like, you know, who did this.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. All I remember is I said I'd pick it up. So
Biggus was the one that said we should take it with us and bring it back.
Does Biggus
now, not necessarily to give to them, but
yeah.
Does Biggus make that information known?
Yes.
She'll walk right up to you. So you thought this dangerous creature who it looks like beat you all half to death. You saw an egg. I'm gonna slow down. Oh, good. Jake heard all of that probably. All right. Bummer. You saw, and Milo can join in whenever. You saw an egg, presumably the egg of this monstrous creature that you had just fought, and you thought that you should bring it to this sanctum.
Yes, I'm not going to leave something as valuable as this behind. Do you know what we could learn or raise?
She shakes your hand, Biggus, and says, what we could learn or gain from growing a spider dragon is innumerable. I'm in your debt, Biggus.
Aradel's so much more pissed. Aradel's so much more pissed. He's just sitting there, like, in his head, he's like, no one even wanted to pick it. I picked it up because they were all too big of a but no, it's not. Whatever. What? I'm just like going through this like mind palace, like talking to myself while this is happening.
You guys made Milo get it.
The thing is, we didn't make you get. Biggus was getting the piece of the 7. Like.
So Natasha.
Yes,
that was
it
Tasha.
is.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. She's just gonna say, I'm going to get to work on this immediately. How long has this been away from its resting place?
I what, like maybe an hour?
Not even like 10 minutes.
10 minutes,
I mean,
maybe.
As I was saying, well, I know we did go with where the prisoner was, and we talked to Gertrude, so that's why I wasn't sure if it was a little bit longer than
Yeah, it was maybe max an hour at max.
She's saying, Illustrial, I'm stealing another room. And she'll walk up to go to S8 and like, that Mordenkainen always locks his door and he never even uses that room. And then she walks over and she says, I'm stealing a corner of the library. And walks away with the egg.
Do we think the door is magically locked?
You don't know without messing with it.
What? Oh boy. Classic Biggus, always trying to boot down doors.
Breaking down those barriers.
That's right.
Illustrial kind of. Did you say that out loud? By the way.
No.
Okay.
That was play. Table talk.
Illustrial kind of just like laughs at the situation. She's like, "Well, I suppose we're incubating a spider dragon egg in the library now. Well done."
Just out of curiosity, is a spider dragon something that like Biggus would have heard? Like, are they even remotely, I don't want to say common, but commonly known?
I would say they're not commonly known. You've heard rumors of like rare dragon subtypes,
Okay.
whereas like a dragon might live in a certain place and feed on a certain thing for so long that it almost like evolves or changes to meet that environment. But I would say you probably haven't even seen a picture of a spider dragon in like a textbook or anything like that before.
Okay.
Is there? So you found it? You found the first piece?
Yes, and Biggus pulls it out.
So he pulls out the tip.
Just the tip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She she will firmly grasp it, which is that's a SpongeBob thing, Jake. No, she'll take the first piece of the rod of 7 parts, and she'll just say, well done. I'm glad you all were able to do this. It seems maybe perhaps our wish was exactly what we needed. And she smiles.
Biggus just like nods knowingly.
Of course it was.
You think these sort of things fail?
And she'll go to well, she'll say, do you know how to use it?
Biggus kind of like actually looks at Milo, like almost kind of like, you're the magic expert. Not that I don't cast magic, but
Yeah. I don't think he ever had it. So, are you gonna hand it to him, or you handed it to
whoever wants to take it? She'll give it to them.
Illustrial took it from me, but
we just got it. No, I don't. I haven't really looked at it yet.
we pretty much came straight back after finding it and the egg.
Well, if there's anything you need, if you want insight on it, I'm happy to help.
Please.
It's an interesting piece of magic. Broken up, you don't need to attune to it the way that you would say, I don't know, we'll say the cloak that you're wearing and the cloak that you're wearing. But you can still cast a spell with it. You could only do this once per day, but it gives you the ability to cast Immune. From my understanding, with each new piece you get, it opens up more spells that you could cast, eventually becoming the full artifact. And she reaches her hand out back with it in Biggus's direction, since he's the one who handed it to her, but whoever wants it.
Milo, do you step up or reach for it?
Milo just looks to see what you do first. But you
If-
see,
if-
like,
if
his eyes
there
go
wa-
big, like, ooh.
If you don't make a move for it as she's starting to like hand it back, then Biggus will reach for it and take it from her.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that these separate pieces each have magical things they can do even before the staff is actually reassembled?
That's one of the amazing things about ancient and powerful relics such as this. Even broken apart, there's still strong magic tied to them. So yes, that is what I'm saying.
Well, for the second piece, is there any information? I mean, I know that we're gonna rest a little before going to get more, but is there anything you can tell us about the plane that it's on, or we might be getting ourselves into?
Let's take a look at the portal. Bring the piece with you.
Yes, may I?
Of course, and I'll hand it over to.
He's almost like walking while looking at it, and I feel like he almost like walks into the wall a little bit. And is like, okay. But yeah, he'll go over.
Yeah, and she'll say to you, Milo, hold out the piece.
Tiny little halfling hand extends forward.
And as you do that, the portal starts to like open and swirl in these kind of like radiant lights. And you see through. Is Aradel in here?
Yeah, I would have followed him.
Cool. I figured, but you know, want to be sure. So you see, I want to see, is there it is a silvery clouded void. There's pieces of pinpricks of like starlight coming through. The clouds kind of like swirl around. Almost looks like if someone took a sunset, like all the colors of a sunset, and kind of like put it in a blender, and they didn't mix together, but you know, they just had their own, all their wisps and everything in there. And Aradel, you would know this to be the Astral Sea.
Good. Good.
Does Aradel say that?
Are you still describing the scene, I'm assuming, or no?
No, that's okay. And if you don't say anything, I think Illustrial would, but you absolutely have an opportunity.
Oh, I would
to say something.
It would be literally that. Oh, good. That's what it would be.
Where is it, Aradel?
It looks like the Astral Sea.
Oh,
I
yeah.
take it you know that well, then.
Yep, sure do. Good enough, at least.
Cleaner traveler then.
Yep, I found my way here. I guess found my way to Milo, and now we're here. And now we're going back. Oh, okay.
Would we know anything about it? Because I feel like with as much arcane studies, we should have some knowledge, and I don't want to. Like, what do we know about the Astral Sea?
Yeah, I mean, Lee, I just sent you a bunch of stuff, but
Okay.
Milo and Biggus, you can roll, I think, intelligence, and we'll see.
It's a 12 for me.
Intelligence would be a 23. Right? Yeah.
Biggus, you know that it is. The Astral Sea is also synonymous with the astral plane. It's kind of known as the realm of thought and dream. I think in addition to that, Milo would know that there are there's no time in a place like this. Creatures in the astral plane, they don't age, they don't experience hunger or thirst. It's kind of like space, but it's a little, you know, it is how it's like the most abstract, weird version of it, right? You would know that your bag of holding, your whatever the heck, the other thing that you have, your pocket square that opens up, portable hole, those essentially like open up a space into the astral plane to hold your thing.
Well, I suspect, Aradel, you might know more than I do, but it's time sort of doesn't exist in the astral sea. And it's, yes, it's like you're out in outer space or something, but it's all jammed up in some fashion. It doesn't quite line up with what you think.
It's spell jammed up.
Oh. Depends if you go to TTRPGoverlay.com and look at our Space Jammer overlay pack. But hey.
Are there pirates in the Astral Sea?
Milo looks at Aradel on that one.
That's a world thing. That's a Josh answer. Yes, of course there are. Yeah, I'm not keen to go back. Definitely not keen to go back.
Well, that seems to be the nature of things for this adventure, quest, mission thing.
I like the first option you chose, but mission quest. Then you said thing, but
Foray.
no, it's a quest. Let's go with quest. Anyways, so if we're going there, Milo, you had something you wanted to do beforehand, right?
I've got a few things, which he gives a bow. Lady Silverhand, I think I might, I don't know if you have any spell components I might like to use or borrow, if that would be all right with you.
Certainly we have components. What sort would you need?
Well, we needed to use some diamonds, and was hoping to find some gems and some ivory. Guess I might need a little help with something.
Tasha comes like walking out of the library area and just says, "You all are running up quite a tab," and just like kind of keeps walking back to the workshop. Just.
You're welcome for that egg.
Biggus just kind of goes, "You haven't met many professors, have you? We're good at spending other people's money."
Even Milo chuckled at that one.
She'll just say, "I thought you were doctors," and keep walking. And Illustrial will say, "Please pay her no mind. These are from this is my sanctum. These are my supplies."
Trust me, we're not paying. You're not listening. You're paying.
You actually get an elbow from Milo right in like the thigh.
That was a joke. That was very obviously a joke. Play on words.
She stops and just kind of looks at you like, "What?"
It was a joke. It was all right, plan or travel joke. Doesn't make sense.
Will remember this. No, I'm just.
Illustrial disapproves.
Yeah. Oh man. But she'll say, I certainly, I have some supplies I can spare.
Is there any kind of a spot I could perhaps get some healing potions? That process started?
What do you mean by that process started?
Oh well, I made a bunch before we came here, and we don't have as many as we did even just before we left. Yeah. So there's that.
How long does it take to make a healing potion again? Like, what? Can you remind me of that?
One healing potion is a day. Greater is 1 work week. Superior 3 work weeks. Supreme 4.
Okay. I don't think that it's not like a start it and leave it and come back and it'll like make itself kind of thing, from my understanding. Like this is I think the point of that whole section in
like for downtown in general, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if
just
Milo
to
is
like
able...
go ahead.
I was gonna say, if Milo is able to get the item, the ivory, and set that thing up, he's gonna want at least 1 full day here. So
yeah, she'll give you like a space to work in and everything, and like that's totally fine. Even like tools for the brewing of the potions and everything. It's just I just want to make sure that there's an understanding of like It's not going to be like you'll
just ignore this thing.
Yeah,
Set it,
you won't
forget
like
it.
set it up, go on the quest, and then come back, and then it's finished. Like it's
Tasha
not like
said
that
she
kind
would-
of thing.
Tasha said she would
Yeah.
look it over. No, but one healing potion, it says time is 1 day and 25 gold. So at the very least, we got to get one more of those, I think.
On a side note, while you're doing the kind of task management simulator here, we've got 2 short swords and a long sword with little asterisks to ask you about,
And a long bow.
and a longbow.
That
Hey
will
Milo,
take
can you identify these?
Yeah, he's got to identify.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. I'm pulling that stuff up. It is a longsword, a poisoned longsword.
Okay.
There's just like when you look closely at it, it's got this like dark red kind of hue just built into it, and it will deal. It basically functions as a +1 longsword, but it will also do 3d8 poison damage.
On a con save or just
3d8 poison damage.
Oh,
what
wow.
about slashing? Or just
What's up?
okay,
So
that's a
regular,
big number of dice. It's a regular longsword.
regular longsword. So either 1d8 or 1d10
Okay.
+1 plus
Okay.
3d8 poison damage.
Holy. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I got that information correct. Jeez. Okay.
That's why I was getting my butt kicked so much by this. this
Yeah.
lady. Holy cow.
The longbow, it's a +1 longbow. Very similar thing. +1 longbow also does 3d8 poison damage, but target also has to succeed on a DC 14 con save, or it will be poisoned.
Okie dokie.
And I can repeat that save at the end of every turn.
Okay. Okay.
Now the long swords, I'm sorry, excuse me, I keep saying long swords. The short swords, regular short sword, and the regular short sword, it's another poison kind of thing. The blade is curvy, and on a successful hit, target has to make a DC 15 con save, taking 4d6 poison damage. On a failed saving throw, half as much on a successful.
Okay, so when you say another poison short sword, does that do the 3d8 as well?
No, I just gave the it's just another poison, as in it's of
Got
that
it.
variety.
And both of the short swords are like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Whew, okay. Yikers. Wow. Don't
Milo
mind me.
is
I'm
like-
gonna go AFK for like 10 minutes while I look all this up.
That's not gonna be. It's not in the book, unfortunately. A little bit of a custom.
Oh, I'm
It's-
looking at my proficiencies, not the items.
Well, we could. Any other quick housekeeping things?
I don't think so.
Okay. So right now we want to work on contingency, a regular healing potion, and
Sleepy time.
sleepy time. Does that all sound right? For now, you could obviously add to that list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I'll need the extra day to use my level 6 slot on contingency, depending on what spell I want to put in there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So do we want to take 5 minutes while Lee looks at his proficiency stuff? And is it too soon to take 5 minutes?
Do a little pee-pee break?
A little pee-pee break.
Yeah.
Big BB break, guys. Big BB break. Come on.
Speak for yourself. No.
Come on, have a little bit of confidence.
Or a lot of bit of confidence.
Nah, whatever.
All right. We'll see y'all in a little bit.
Here at J&J Tabletop, we're trying to help you get the most out of your games by helping you unlock what works best for you at your table. Whether you're a player or dungeon master, or even play other systems, we'll help you take your experiences to the next level. Subscribe today and get even more out of your games. Our very own Lee, who plays Aradel Brightmaw, also created our intro video, scaled Mount Kilimanjaro, and is as Irish as they come. He also has his YouTube channel dedicated entirely to making D&D fun again. Highly imitated, never duplicated. You will laugh, learn, and enjoy his content, so head to youtube.com/@thiscrits and subscribe today. Our character art was created by Kaya from fablewoodgoods.com. Fablewood Goods is an immersive fantasy business for authors, books, and brands. Explore the Fablewoods' unique lore through seasonal shop updates filled with enchanted forests, dragons, and fae, or bring the magic to life with custom merch and illustration for your own worlds and whimsies. Our graphic overlays were created by our very own Jake at TTRPGoverlay.com. TTRPGoverlay.com is the premier resource for quality D&D and TTRPG actual play graphic overlays. Our overlay packs, like this one, the Lich King, are designed to be simple and enhance your content, which in our opinion is you. Stop by today and check out what we've got, including some free examples. Remember, you and your content are special. Our products help everyone see that. We appreciate every kind of support that J&J Tabletop gets. Watching and sharing our videos will always be the primary way you can do that. However, if you enjoy our content, please consider joining our channel as a member. It's a direct way to let us know you believe in what we are doing, and it helps us improve our content. We will be adding to the list of perks we offer as we get ideas, so check back regularly to see what's new.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
Okay, so we have a lot of housekeeping things figured out. That break was way longer than 5 minutes, but it was necessary. Milo, I believe you were working on some spell things and everything, and really, like, you have to do that tomorrow anyway, right? We need a long rest in between.
Milo, depending on how long of a day it's actually been, would tell Biggus that he needs a statuette of himself carved from ivory and decorated with gems worth at least 1,500 gold pieces for a spell. And he's like,
Okay.
would you be able to make that or fashion it from ivory? Or maybe they have fabricate one of the wizards 3 or something like that. Maybe I would ask Biggus in front of Illustrial to make sure.
Is it something that Biggus could make?
I don't know what Biggus is capable of to be,
He's the
to
tool
be
guy.
standard.
Biggus doesn't know what he's capable of. I mean, the toolkits that I currently have on me are a disguise kit, a forgery kit, a jeweler's kit, a mason's kit, a smith's tools, thieves' tools, tinker's tools, and a woodcarver's tools. And I can also make any tool in an hour.
Yeah, make a jeweler kit.
My guy, jeez.
I think it would be possible. It would require some rolling. But I do think it would be possible. But if you are saying that in front of Illustrial, all you said to her initially was some ivory, some gems. Hearing that it's 1,500 gold worth of gems, she's like, kind of like spits out the coffee a little bit. What's up?
Milo says, "Oh, I have some gems. Hold on." And I know there's like 500 gold of gem encrusted spider-like knickknacks. Like we could take gems off of there. Like there's a lot of wiggle room, and I could pay you if you have them.
Well, how about don't start picking the gems off of that. This came from Web's Edge. This is one of Lalth's.
Like the knickknacks, yeah.
How about I'll take that. Give me another 500 gold pieces, and I'll give you all the gems and the other materials you needed. The ivory. Does that sound fair?
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Milo will hand her 50 platinum.
What are you doing? She sent 500 gold pieces.
Got change, right?
Money's no good here. She gives you change in Electrum.
Oh no! Oh.
Like everything's just times 10 or divide by 10, but here's Electrum going, "Hey guys!"
I love that, like, Lee's not even part of, this has been a thing at our table for forever.
What, Electrum?
Yeah, and I don't think we've made that joke with you around, but you're still 100% on board with it. And
If you play D&D,
it's
you
quirky.
know Electrum is like the odd stepchild of currency, right? Like,
One uses Electrum.
yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
why do I have 17 Electrum?
You know,
Oh no.
we do have that book. One, actually, did we give that book to? We have a poetry book, a golden helmet for 280. We also have a book titled "Out of the Endless Prison," outlining.
We have a
methods of
shit
escaping
ton
the
of
prison
money.
plane of carcerate. We do, yeah. But I'm just saying we have items too, if she's interested in any of them. But Milo took it from his own personal funds.
Yeah, she's like, I mean, I don't really run a shop here, but if
I thought maybe the planes
So-
might interest you.
sure, yeah.
But that's okay.
What?
We're just
Milo
Skyrim
talks her into it, and then talks himself out of it in the same. I feel like Milo would do that.
And she's like, what? Okay.
I have a bunch of cabbages. I've got a bunch of like butterfly wings. Hold on, I got.
Beat up kobold armor. Lightly used.
I've got 7,000 forged daggers. Give her 17 electric bird trouble.
Here you go. We just tipped her.
No, you did not.
No, he didn't.
Biggus has nothing to do with his low charisma. He knows that's a bad idea.
Oh,
That was a joke.
She like, just opens up a cabinet and some drawers, and she gives you some gold as well as like a chunk of ivory, or I'm sorry, not some gold, some gems and a chunk of ivory.
Thank you very much. And I've been working on something I thought maybe you might be interested in. I've never seen anyone approach teleportation magic in this way before, and I thought maybe if you'd be interested in seeing if I'm onto something.
Sure. Yeah.
Here, hold on a second. And he takes out the portable. He's like, he hops in and he looks like, nope, that's not it. Nope. Oh no, but that's good stuff. I'll save that for later. And like, he's just kind of, thumbing through notes, and then he just flies out with the broom, and he takes out, I guess it would just be papers, really, but it's all theoretical stuff. But he's like,
Do you have a chalkboard?
have you ever seen? He's got a whiteboard. No. He's gonna look like, what's the meme? Was it the election guy who's like, okay, this is it. Have you ever seen someone try to cast Dimension Door like this before? I remember when I was learning some teleportation things, I mistakenly didn't follow the directions, and it worked anyways. And the professor didn't seem to be interested in what I did because I did it wrong. But I was onto something here, and I thought, I think I could take someone like a human or like bigger than me if I did it this way.
Tasha has walked back into the room, and she'll just say, well, first of all, what I don't like about professors and teachers is that they have no understanding generally of practical magics, only theoretical. And she's like looking over your papers, and she's like, well, this wouldn't work because of this wouldn't work because, and just kind of like, she's trying to like roast your work, and then she's just like, well, actually. And she like stops for a second, and I want to see. What are the material components? There are no material components? It's just verbal. Right.
Yeah, I don't think they're up.
Lame. There should be material components for everything. Hashtag material components. That's it.
We need a gem for an arcane expander.
Expander? I barely know her. Yeah, sorry. And Tasha, Lee's gone again. Tasha will just kind of say, I think you're onto something. I think if you do this and you change this word to this and that and she's kind of, and I feel like at this point like the two of you are like writing out, different like runic kind of things and that together and she'll just kind of look at you and be like, Dr. Copperkettle, I think it needs to be tested, but I think you've done very good work here.
Well, thank you. I'll prepare it tomorrow, and if you'd like to test it with me, that would be perfectly fine. He kind of smiles like you get to...
I'll let you try it out.
All right, well...
Trust me.
Thank you for your help.
The first time I used my caustic brew, it was a mess.
Oh dear. I could imagine how that would be. Yes.
Cleanup's always the worst.
She lifts her sleeve a little bit and she's like, you see that? It's like a scar. It's like,
I think
that's what
Milo
happens.
actually kind of grabs her arm to like look at it.
She will like take a step back. And just be like,
I go, oh, I'm sorry. I'm
too
sorry.
familiar, doctor.
Well, thank you for your help. I'll let you know how.
I look forward to hearing about it. And she walks away.
I think some rest might be in order.
That sounds like a plan. I could use a good night's sleep.
Why does it feel like you guys are both flirting with the same woman?
Milo is not flirting. I'll just say it like that. He is a curious doctor of both medicine
but
and...
I'm saying it regardless.
You said that out loud?
I did. I asked it to you guys.
And Biggus just looks at Aradel and goes, Milo wasn't flirting. But doesn't deny it at all on his side.
Illustrio like heard Aradel with that first comment and just gets up and walks into the other room.
It was an honest question. It wasn't me like being a smartass. It was honest question.
Milo just says,
and Biggus wasn't offended by it, but he was like, that's not
what Milo was doing.
Milo says, there is another that may have captured my heart, and I will leave it at that. And he kind of sticks his head up and starts to walk away.
And Biggus whispers, not so quietly, he doesn't kiss and tell.
Oh dear.
All right.
Well, let's get some rest, fellas.
Sweet dreams.
Before you rest.
You too. No,
Oh boy.
he doesn't say that.
Before you rest, you wanted Biggus to make the thing for you?
Yeah, if you can.
Do you want him to do that now, or do you want to do that tomorrow? I just thought it was worth asking.
I mean, if he can make it now, I don't know how long of a process you're thinking.
Gonna be some checks. That's all I could say for sure. Do you have a jeweler's kit? Jeweler's tools? Yes, you do.
I do.
Do you? What does Biggus want to do? Do you want to do this now, or you want to do this in the morning? I mean, it's part of a long rest anyway. That it's just like light activity. So.
I would say he would like. He would want to do it. Like this kind of stuff like intrigues him. Like this is what it's all about. Like as being an artificer, like literally creating something like this. So he would kind of get into it and possibly lose track of time as well, to where like might be like, oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I need to go to bed, kind of a thing, you know, at some point.
Yeah. Okay.
If I can help him, I will. I don't know how you feel about that, but
Do you need Aradel to pose?
I'm gonna model for him. Yeah.
I said Aradel, excuse me. Do you need Milo to pose?
It's the Venus to Milo.
Biggus almost considers it just to mess with Milo, but decides not to.
Yeah. So roll with the double proficiency.
Oh, that's a 25.
25.
Yes.
Nice.
So how I was gonna do this is I set the DC at 25, but it was gonna be like however many times it took you to, like every hour that you were working on this would add up until you got to 25.
I mean, I just rolled a straight 17, and you know, double proficiency's 8.
It's really good. I feel like even you're surprised at your own work.
Like I expected to take myself all night, and I'm like, wait, this? Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
you
Like,
only.
this is what you were looking for,
I am
right?
small.
Milo?
I am small. There's less of it to work on.
Yeah, and you can spend extra time like fine tuning details, but like you have a very, very good piece of work, just in an hour. So
Probably take another hour just to like clean it up, so that way like Milo thinks it took longer.
it's perfect.
And then I will go see if he's still awake. It's been 2 hours, we'll say at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would probably just be. He probably would be in the same way you were working on the ivory. He was probably looking at his new version of Dimension Door, and like trying to make sure it was perfected, and just kicking himself for grabbing Tasha's arm, but also really proud that he impressed her with, just all of it. Yeah, he's awake.
I finished it up. Is this? I think this is what you were looking for. And kind of goes to hand it to him.
Oh wow. Gus, this is perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to have like a contingency plan for something that might occur. So this will be quite helpful. Quite helpful. He just kind of looks up and smiles.
Well, good or bad, for some reason I feel like we're gonna end up needing it. So
Yeah.
well,
I really wasn't flirting with her. You know that.
Oh, I know that. He probably doesn't know us quite as well, but I know who you've got your eye on.
Her performance really was legendary, wasn't it?
Indeed.
We should probably get some sleep.
Yes, it's gonna be a big day tomorrow. Hopefully, a little bit smoother.
Oh yes. Good to be with you, Dr. Broodfist.
Same thing, Dr. Copperkettle. And then Biggus walks out the door quietly.
Does everybody take their long rest now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that works.
Then you can all apply a long rest that I'm sure you already applied. And I think Milo still needed most of today to do contingency, right? Is that?
Yeah, because I need to use my level 6 slot to cast it, and then I'd like to have my level 6 slot the next day.
Okay. So
Plus,
yeah,
I
I
could
think
test
that
Dimension Door.
I have to double check. I know I sent you the rules for this place once upon a time, but I don't know if you could use teleportation magic here like normal. Let's see. I don't think teleportation magic works very well in this place. I mean,
Attempts to teleport into or out of sigil fail, but such magic functions normally when teleporting within the sigil.
yeah. So I guess maybe you could from like one side of the room to the other.
Yeah, I mean, Dimension Door's got a 500-foot range, but he just wants to see
Yeah.
if he could.
Mm-hmm.
He goes up to Biggus and Aradel and says, "I need a volunteer," and he smiles.
A willing participant, please.
Biggest just laughs. Let's do it.
Okay. Now, normally I'm only able. The spell, by conventional means, you see, is only supposed to let you, the caster, bring someone of their size or smaller. However, I think I may have figured out how to overcome that limitation. I don't know if this is gonna hurt, but let's find out. He's just gonna cast Dimension Door and try to teleport him and Biggus, 30 feet away or something like that.
So you.
Roll a D100. No.
Wild magic surge. No, you you speak the words, your verbal component, and there's like a where Biggus and Milo disappear, and it's like 2 seconds. And Aradel, you don't see them yet. Maybe just long enough that there's like a, oh boy, something go wrong, and then they both appear where Milo had targeted.
Horribly disfigured.
Yeah, combined like
Milo's
conjoined
nose is on
twins.
Biggus.
Oh gods.
They've been
Milo has
merged into one
Biggus'
person
voice.
called Biggo.
No, they're exactly the same. Their voices have just swapped.
Wow.
I think Milo just looks at Biggus like, are you okay?
Am I okay? Yeah, that worked.
We did it!
I think you should call that the Copper Dimension Door.
Copperkettle's Dimension Door does sound appropriate. I think he runs to find Tasha, even though he's excited.
That's okay. Yeah, she is.
Look, Ma, look.
You walk kind of like towards the library area,
Mm-hmm.
and Tasha is like over here,
Oh wait, I think I went the wrong way.
and she's got so on the left, and there is like a small area of darkness cast over there, and you see like webs around the area. Just over here, kind of like looking and checking on that egg.
I hope things are going well. Just wanted to tell you, it worked.
Good job, Milo. How does it feel?
I feel quite proud, actually. Kind of exhilarating.
You should. Not many have done the type of thing that you're doing right now. The first step in creating your own spells is enhancing or changing existing ones. Most people don't go beyond just learning them. You should be proud. She gives you a rare, warm smile.
He just gives a respectful bow. Says, I appreciate your help. If there's anything I could do with, maybe not with that. And he points to the darkness and the webs and all that stuff, but oddly I feel more comfortable trying to destroy Vecna. He kind of nervously laughs to himself.
She'll actually laugh too.
But you know what I mean. If I can help, let me know.
I appreciate it. Your friend Biggus has done enough by bringing this here.
Yes, Biggus likes to. Milo steps forward a little bit. Biggus likes to to learn anything he can, and he loves to help his friends. He's a good man.
Just kind of like nods. It's like,
He's my best friend, actually.
oh, that's very, very good for you, Milo. I'm glad that you have each other.
It is good for me. Thank you.
Okay,
I'll
I'm gonna
leave
get
you
back to
To
this.
your work, yeah. He walks away.
Most awkward wingman ever.
But he tried, okay?
I definitely tried. He definitely tried.
He sure did.
Talking you up, man. Milo walks in and he just looks at Biggus and he kind of nods. Like, yeah.
Biggest nods back, like knowing what it's about.
Yeah.
Aradel sits there
Like,
shaking
that's
his
my
head,
boy.
realizing. Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any plans for this day. I don't know if you guys do, outside of just getting the spell slots back. I'm gonna set my contingency to. I'm just for content reasons. I'll DM it so it'll be fun if the moment happens. But
Nice. Works for me.
I've got nothing that I want to do today.
Aradel.
No, nothing. I would say just some. Let's say today with the level up and stuff like that. With Milo giving me the ring, and all that stuff, I've been screwing around with the magic and trying to figure it out, right? Because I don't have an actual reason for the feat that I currently have, or that I've currently chosen to get. So I'm trying to use the magic in the ring, and something goes horribly wrong, and somehow that's how I get the feat.
I like that. That sounds like
concept.
fun. That sounds like
I'm
fun.
like, I don't understand this. And I think really hard about it, and I go to hit something, and then all of a sudden, like, you just change, like, grab onto it. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not what was in the ring. What the heck? Hey, Milo!
Oh, that's not how that. Oh, okay.
Is that supposed to work that way?
No.
Oh. Oops.
Well, oh dear.
That's all.
Maybe we'll work on that again another time.
Yeah, magic is lost on me.
You do know some, though. I've seen you teleport.
That's more of like a innate kind of thing. I wouldn't say something similar to what you do. It's just something I know how to do. And I don't even know how I know how to do that.
I see.
Sometimes we just don't know how we do what we do.
Sometimes you need to do the things that you need to do.
There are those
Get it
that
done.
do the things that they do without knowing how or why they do the things that they do.
And those that are afraid to do and never end up doing. I don't like where
As-
Tasha's moving.
As one of my own young friends would say, there is no try, there is only do.
Yeah.
Great. All right, that's all.
Tasha has to be like, what is wrong with these people? How are we
Tasha-
trusting the fate of the multiverse?
Tasha walks by, judging all of you.
The judgment is completely unnoticed by Biggus.
I love every second of that.
But yeah, I think we could speed run the rest of the day then,
Okay.
and go into tomorrow
That's got to be a record.
Indeed. We
for a
did.
day.
Yeah, speed run. We speed runs.
Yeah. You won D&D.
Yeah, so Astral Sea time?
Astral Sea time.
Astral Sea time.
Yeah, you look. Milo, you still have the piece of the rod, right?
Yeah, well, I think
Yes.
Biggus had it, but then you gave it to me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, so Milo will bring out the tip of this rod towards the portal, and as you do that, it basically shows you that that kind of window into the area that you're teleporting to, like I said, you see kind of these like swirly clouds and almost like pinks and reds and oranges, like almost like a sunset. And you also see this massive monstrosity. It looks like both physical and energy, taking up tons of space, and on it a ship that is broken in 3 pieces. You haven't walked through the portal yet. This is just what you see.
Does anyone? Do you? Oh, what is that? Who is that?
Looks like a ship.
Pirates!
Oh, maybe that's. We're gonna use that ship, perhaps.
Maybe the piece is on it, or it'll take us to it. I mean, that piece is kind of guiding us to the next one, so...
All right, just before we go in, everyone make sure you hold your breath, and I step in.
Oh dear.
And I did, that's it.
All right, Gus. Here we go.
Biggus goes, Tasha, we'll see you when we get back. And then walks through.
Yes.
So you step through the doorway and you enter a silver clouded void. Lucent wisps of white and gray fog swirl in the distance among pinpricks of starlight. For a split second, you have no sense of direction at all. And then you begin to plummet. The silver clouds shift, and you see that you're falling toward this colossal, misshapen mass, the one that I had just mentioned. And you're not like, when I say you begin to plummet, it's not like you don't, yeah, exactly. You don't feel like you're about to take max falling damage. But I think I can probably change the map. So, does anyone say or do anything as you're like slowly falling?
Yeah, I was about to say, Biggus is...
Milo is trusting his friend Aradel.
Yep,
You're
still holding his
holding-
breath.
Oh boy. All right.
He's just thinking it's a good thing Aradel can use telepathy.
All right.
He's all book smart, this guy, huh?
I mean, maybe the clouds are toxic. Biggus doesn't know.
Yeah, and through, you're kind of like in the clouds right now, and through the clouds you see these pinpricks of starlight, like I said, and you also see 2 like brighter lights, almost like the star is closer. And amid the clouds, those 2 large globes of light are actually like kind of like bobbing. It seems like they're bobbing towards you.
Do I know what that might be?
I don't know if you know what it might be. I mean, well, is that something? First of all, is that something that Biggus is you see it and you're like, what the heck, kind of thing, in general? How about this? Yeah, roll perception, Biggus. I'm sorry, I keep saying Biggus. Roll perception, Aradel.
God, I just keep getting insulted. Everything.
I feel like I should take that as an insult.
It's only insulting if you take it as such. That goes to both of you.
That's a 16.
All right. You're not sure if it's anything. But what I do need from everyone is an initiative roll and combat music.
Of course.
Okay.
Get to test out my new feat.
As the bobs of light get ever closer and closer, and you're focusing on them, two massive forms.
Hey, them look bad.
It almost looks like a fish, just drifting towards you with these giant, ginormous teeth and a ball of light right in front of it as it is just zooming through space.
That right there is an
Yeah.
anglerfish.
So yes, I need initiative from everyone.
12.
Hey, with my alert feat, I also got a 12, but that's because I rolled a 4.
And Biggus got a 20.
I like that.
Here's where we learn that everything we're fighting is immune to poison damage.
Yeah, pretty common. Pretty common, these days.
It is pretty common.
Especially the higher the level you go. We're testing
I
it for
just want to
science.
say, it's funny that these are called star anglers. They could be called starfish. I think the chaos of all of it and being kind of unaware of what the light is, what these creatures are, Biggus is surprised.
Biggus can't be surprised.
Biggus also can't be surprised?
Yes!
You guys both
I
took that?
have my helm of awareness. I forgot about it last time, honestly.
Oh. All right.
But we both
then-
believe we have to hold our breath.
Then yeah, I think that means you go. you are about 40 feet away from the closest one. I
Not
guess
35 feet. 40 feet, really?
Well, there's an interesting thing about movement here.
Yeah, you're gonna be very fast, my friend.
So, creature, I mean, how would it even? Okay, your thought would be to move towards it, right?
Yes.
You feel like you're flying, and all you have to do is think about it. So you can move in any direction at a flying speed in feet equal to 5 times your intelligence score.
Hundo.
Wait. No, so that's...
You
it's
heard
only
that
20
correct.
foot. Wait, my intelligence score, not my
Score.
modifier.
100 feet.
Yeah.
Oh my
Biggus and
God.
Milo have 100 feet speed. Yes.
You guys just see, like, just Biggus is like, straight at it. And I'm going to attack it with Great Weapon Master on.
Okay.
Is
and
there a map
just
for this, or?
This is like the general map. I can throw some tokens on there just so we can have kind of an idea, but this is really going to be
All right.
overwhelmingly
I'm just asking
theater
because I
command.
do not have 100 feet movement speed.
Yeah, but you're doing okay now.
That is...
I have half your movement speed.
I wish I critted on 19s. That's a 24 to hit.
That is gonna hit. I know this says 100 feet per square, but like that's
All right.
England.
That is 23 bludgeoning damage.
Kerbow.
yeah.
And you know what? I'm actually gonna punch this one with my Thunder Gauntlet.
Cool.
Ouch.
That is going to be a 12 to hit.
That is a miss. Did you do the -5 by mistake? Just want to.
No,
Okay.
no, I rolled a 3. So
Okay. It's not bad for this.
And that will. You know what? I'm going to activate my defensive field with my bonus action, and I will gain 12 temporary health.
All right. Nice. Next will be that's your full turn, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Next will be the Star Anklers. And this creature is going to try to bite you. Gonna try a couple times. It's like okay.
More than one bite.
Oh, all of those are at disadvantage, right?
So you should do them one at a time, because if you hit, then it's no longer at disadvantage.
I have an 18 to hit, which I think that just misses, right? Or it does just
my AC is an 18, so does equaling it hit? I think it does.
Yes, it does. Okay.
Okay.
But let me tell you, that would have been a crit if that didn't work, because first I rolled a 20, and that was also the last attack too.
Oh, okay.
So not so bad. 15. It will deal 20 piercing damage to you, and then it will. It starts kind of like moving that light in front of it in such a way that it's trying to charm you. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is an 18,
Yeah, you're fine.
which was a natural 19.
Nice.
Did I just so I know for the future, did I get the sense that was a spell? Or a
No.
spell-like ability?
No. This is a monster, and that's how it hunts. Next one on the other side is, I guess it's only fair to let the fate decide. All right. Aradel, need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
What'd you roll?
Really good to have advantage on wisdom saving throws, but it doesn't matter because I got a 9.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm going to use Flash of Genius in my reaction to make it a 14.
Aradel saves.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Needed a 13.
Huge.
I knew that was a gamble, but I was like, you know what? I feel like 14 is one of those, like,
Yeah,
it's a pretty common one. So I was like,
That was big.
let me shoot for it.
Gus.
But it will move closer.
It does not work. I'm sorry.
What does not
It
work?
fails. He's not within 30 feet of me.
How? This is why the map. I needed to know the map because.
That's fair.
I didn't think about that at first. But
Well,
I just,
all right.
I just said within 30 feet. I mean, it's up to you. If you want to make it work, you can. But
Milo jumped first, or I'm sorry, Aradel jumped first. Biggus jumped last. The furthest creature was 40 feet away. Not the furthest creature. They were both 40 feet away.
it was
This
40
is-
feet from me. What he's saying is your fault. You were closer to them.
Roll a d20, Lee. I need you to beat a 5.
That was a
15
14.
and-
That
all
was
right.
a 14.
Yeah, so you're okay. I think Biggus is close enough that Aradel, you're all right. He could still use that Flash of Genius.
All right.
This map is not for size; it's just for
Yeah.
direction of where these creatures are. So it is still going to try to make some attacks on you.
No.
All right, 3 attacks. I have a natural 1. I have an 18.
That's a nope.
An 18's a nope. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a natural 20.
That's a yep. That is unfortunately a yep.
13, 18. That's going to be 23 piercing damage.
Okie dokie.
And that will bring us to Milo.
Are the star anglers within 40 feet of each other?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to cast slow. And just up to 6 creatures within a 40-foot cube. So I'm just going to pick those 2. And they both have to make wisdom saving throws.
I think, yeah, they both failed. They need a 19 to save, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they both failed.
All right.
Nice.
So, as per usual, -2 to AC and Dex saves. Can't use reactions. On its turn, it can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. And regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn. So Milo is going to then try to stay within 100 feet of them, but just kind of move in this area over here. I think that's doable. I think we'll end my turn right there.
Okay. Aradel, I guess, is the only member of the party who can be surprised.
Yep.
So that brings us back up to Biggus.
Go to a portal. I wonder what's gonna happen. Oh my god, we're being attacked. Who would have guessed?
This is the first time you got attacked straight out of a portal. You've gone through at least 4 of them so far.
It is the astral
Yeah, you're right.
sea.
Yeah.
So first, Biggus turns and yells to Aradel, "Where's the water?" And then he's gonna take a swing at.
Where's the water? Oh.
Where's the water? It's the astral sea.
Still holding your breath, right?
I'm exhaling saying that, but I'm not breathing in. So where's the water?
He's gonna pop a lung.
I'm attacking with Great Weapon Master on. That is a 14 to hit.
A 14 would have missed, but it does hit now.
Thank you, Slow. Thank you.
Yes.
That is a 19 bludgeoning damage. And I am going to take a second swing with Bunkus, Great Weapon Master. And that's a 9.
9 still misses.
Right. And why did I not think about that? That is just still a whole nother thing. Ending my turn here.
Okay. All right. Brings us to the creature in front of you. It's going to try to hit you. It's still disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's a dirty 20. Give me one sec. Dirty 20.
That does hit.
And that's going to deal 15 piercing damage. That's all that one can do. Milo, you said you're staying within 100 feet, right?
Yeah, I think I would kind of get above a little bit in case of AoE stuff, but
Sure. This next one is going to, it's going to use its bonus action only, right? And
slow.
I need a wisdom save from Milo.
Okay. I don't get to re-roll those. That's a 10.
10 fails.
Is he within 30 feet of me?
He moved.
Probably not.
Yeah, I think he moved too far because he if he was originally within 30 or 40 feet of you, he then moved another 60 feet. So 60 or 70 feet.
Yeah.
So
There's that. Okay.
so Milo is charmed. While in charm condition on target. So you're incapacitated.
Okay.
And you must use your movement on your turn to move directly toward the Star Angler.
So I have the charm condition on top of having to go towards them.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
basically,
and incapacitated.
what the charmed condition does, and it's very wordy, but really, you have to use your turn just to move as close as you can to the one that charmed you, and that's it. And then it will. Well.
Oh, so it's not the charm condition. It's the charm effect that causes him to move.
It's a whole lot of words for Milo. When it's your turn, you need to move to the thing.
Yeah, I'm just like, harpy song kind of.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it is your turn now, so you could just move adjacent to the one by Aradel. There's nothing saying that would affect slow, so slow is still slow. Part of the charmed condition that I didn't realize is can't attack or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. So would that mean that this specific one isn't slowed anymore?
That's a good question.
Can you willingly drop a concentration on a single? It's just the spell you drop concentration on if you drop it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird because it doesn't say.
If it's from this point forward, I can't. Or if it is, I have to also help them.
But it doesn't. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, it doesn't say that you have to And so let's just leave it as is, because I think that's questionable. We could talk about
That is
that
a weird
later
one.
and figure it out. So it is still slowed. And Aradel, you said you're gonna hit it.
All right, I'm gonna turn on my Zappy boys and I'm gonna hit him. Now,
Zappy boys, I thought you got rid of those.
no, I kept them. I just kept them instead of equipping the longbow, the attuning to it. So I kept the Zappy boys.
All right. What?
So I'm gonna go for my first attack.
Zap me like one of your Zappy boys.
Well, I'm not gonna zap you with that one. I'll tell you that much. Zappy boy attack 2. That's 15. Zappy boy attack 3. That's a 25.
Yeah.
And Zappy boy attack 4. That's a 20. Not a natural, just a 20.
3 hits.
All right. So I don't actually have it on my character sheet, but I'm just gonna do this. So it's a D8 for a longsword. Poison damage.
Plus 1, and then 3d8 poison damage.
So they take regular poison damage.
Yep.
Okay,
They
so
do.
that's 3d8. I don't have enough 8s. Okay. 10 slashing damage, and then 10 poison damage for the first one, and 2 lightning damage. Sorry. The second one's gonna deal 8 slashing damage, 10 poison damage, and 5 lightning damage. The third one is gonna deal. This one's just a D6. 7 slashing damage, 2 lightning damage, and 1 more lightning damage. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I gave you those tools. And that's all of them, or you got one more?
That's all of them. I only hit
Okay.
3 of them.
Okay. Yeah, very nice. Very nice hit.
Then I'm gonna action surge and do it again.
Are you actually?
Yeah, why not? Screw it.
All right.
Take him down. Save
Oh
me,
my
Aradel.
God.
I'm pissed. I'm so surprised. I'm so mad. That's another natural 1. Oh my god.
Jeez.
You
That's
have to
an
talk with your
18.
dice, and you do it right now.
That's a 21. And that's another 22. Okay. 3 more hits. First attack. It's gonna deal 6 slashing damage plus 6 lightning damage plus 12 poison damage. Next attack is gonna deal 10 slashing damage, 3 lightning damage, 16 poison damage. Next attack is gonna deal 7 slashing damage, 9 lightning damage, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Could I just like go out of game for a second and just tell you that this creature had 119 hit points and it now has 5. And that's
Yes.
one turn of attacks from Aradel. I know you actually
Fighters.
but holy moly. And you missed 2 attacks. We're gonna start using brutal critical failures. Yeah, dude, this thing is just ripped apart. Some of its teeth are falling out and broken and snapped. The light, you've cut the bulb, and like there's like a glowing, goopy yellow substance dropping out of it. It is still alive, but it's just like, you know, it is hurting so bad. Biggus, your move.
I am going to. I don't know if I'll take an opportunity attack because I don't know if they can take the reactions or not.
They're slowed. They have no reaction.
So I'm just going to come to the other side of this Star Angler, and I am going to hit it without Great Weapon Master.
Okay. Yeah. Roll with advantage too.
All right, that is a 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
and I don't even need to roll damage, but that is 13 bludgeoning damage.
As you swoop in, this creature is trying to like turn around to leave, and you just fly at the speed of lightning and smash it with your hammer, and it just there's a loud crunch in the silence of fake space, and this bluish looking blood starts oozing out of it as it slowly floats down and turns upside down, and it is dead.
Biggus just kind of looks over at Aradel and Milo and goes, and then flies back over to the,
I keep
to the
forgetting to
other side.
respond. I keep forgetting to respond to him.
I am going to attack this one with Great Weapon Master on.
Okay.
That is an 18 to hit.
It-
That is 22 bludgeoning damage. And then I'm going to use my bonus action Great Weapon Master attack with Great Weapon Master on. That's an 8 to hit.
Okay, yeah, the 8 is a miss.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. Yeah. It's this creature's turn now, and it just slowly starts to turn around and then move in the other direction, leaving your reach.
I'm going to let it go.
Yeah. And it needs to go. Milo, it's your turn. You're no longer charmed. It doesn't really move that far because it's slowed.
I think I'm gonna keep concentrating on slow for the moment, but he's not going to. I think he'll just ready a ray of frost, if it comes near.
Yeah,
but he's gonna.
I'll slow you even further.
That's just cruel.
Okay,
But
Aradel.
I think he's gonna let him.
I mean, I'm gonna let him go. I'm just gonna do my thing. It's good.
Eventually, very slowly, it leaves. And it does appear to be silent. But Milo and Biggus, your lungs are screaming for air. Screaming for you to take a deep breath.
Milo panic looks at Aradel.
Yeah. When you panic, like, oh, I was joking.
Ah.
Yeah, you could breathe normally.
What?
Didn't you guys hear me laughing as I walked in to the portal?
Oh, God.
No, I was talking to Tasha.
Oh, well, that's your fault for not listening.
Okay, so we move pretty quick here. I don't think I need my broom.
I mean, at this point, Aradel's flailing in the air like, what is going on? This sucks. I hate it here. I want to go home.
You are kind of like drifting. You feel yourself drifting towards that stern segment of the ship. That mass, it's not a planet, it's not an asteroid, but it looks like a colossal creature that appears lifeless. Shattered ribs arch over the creature's mossy spine. The air crackles with decaying magic. Among the bones is the shipwreck of a large galleon, broken into 3 large chunks. The stern castle nested in the corpse's hip bones. The starboard section embedded in the rib cage, and the prow stabbed into the creature's heart. You do feel yourself drifting towards the stern, but as you've found out, you can move very effectively on your own in this place. So, what would you like to do?
So does it seem like there's just no gravity at all? We just move with thought?
Well, Right. Yes, right now, yes.
Yeah. I guess we should check this out. That's why the portal brought us here, right?
Yeah.
I'd assume so. Let's head on over. Looks like we're searching here. There's not many places to search. It's kind of a bunch of masses.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's just go.
Yep.
Cautiously as best we can. I don't know how stealth works with this, but I mean, we should be cautious.
Think quietly.
Yeah, right? Like, what?
Think that you move cautiously.
And this is where Aradel would be moving very loudly because he's thinking so hard.
So what we can do, Jake, if you want to move that camera up to the top left, I'll get you on the deck. And as you get close to it,
At least we're not on the poop deck.
as you get close to it, you feel regular gravity start to pull you down, and you are now standing on the deck. And we'll pick up from there next session. Science doesn't exist here, Michael.
No, more about the ending point.
Okay. Oh,
It's a solid ending
it's
point.
where 6 minutes to 11 before we get into anything crazy, you know. It was a little bit of a shorter session today, but thank you all for joining. It's a good time. I think we all know what's about to happen. As I remind you that you could catch up on past episodes on this channel, jnjtabletop, and also a special message from Kermit the Frog here. Please check out youtube.com/@thiscrits. There are many fun videos there, and you get to see more of this person. That was the right person, right? Okay.
Great, Kirby.
Don't expect that to be a regular occurrence. I just thought it would be fun for this time, or maybe expect it to be a regular occurrence. I don't know. Let us know in the comments if you want to see more nonsense. But thank you for joining us. Very excited to see what happens as we explore this broken ship and this giant corpse. We'll see you next time.
This is gross and good.
Vecna, Eve of Ruin. Eve of Ruin. Okay.
Wow.
Bye.